Who owns the game? Satan? I mean, if we believe that. But if you don't believe that, then whatever else crap religion stuff you're talking about, you really don't believe it either. Because either it's true or it ain't.
Right.
You know? And so I think that many times, with great intention, we try to fix our problems out, but we don't have access to all the information. We don't have access. We don't even know ourselves half the time. So how am I going to fix me if I don't even know who I am? You know. Some of y'all did some stupid stuff that got you here. And 99% of the folks, when I first meet them, I say, why you do that? What they going to say? I don't know. Well, why was you high? I was bored, usually. Usually you get in trouble on them days you're bored. And something inside you saying, you better chill. And you go, So you call up the dumbest crackheads you know. What y'all doing? I don't know. Let's call Billy Bob and say, what they doing? What you doing, Billy Bob? I don't know. What y'all want to do? And then usually it's the lowest common denominator in the group says, I know, hold my beer and watch this shit. And something getting broke. Right? And we call it fun and we glorify it and we sing songs about it and it's all great and good and we wake up 10 years later and go, where in the hell's my life? I'm just older and uglier and broker. You know? But my current theory about this is that if we're not in the process of trying to wake up, we're all addicted to something. Even if it's religion.
Yeah.
And open that up a little bit. What I mean by religion is we study and we study and we study. Even if we're like monks and we study. And you're the smartest person in your group and you rise up and you're the top crackhead now, you know. You understand what I'm saying? We've built our life on, that's what Jesus was talking about, building stuff on sand. It'll crumble because it can't hold the weight of it. Be careful, especially when you're here, either be careful of others doing it or your impulse to try to be the guru while you're here. Okay? Not because it's not healthy. Because if you're talking about all the stuff you know, and it may or may not be so, you're not addressing that area in your life where you don't know. And it's the don't know stuff that keeps getting you here. You understand what I'm saying, anybody?
Yes, very much.
You know? I mean, Paul, according to his story, he had 14 PhDs. He was the smartest of the smartest of the smartest. And he bumped into Jesus and God. And God says, Jesus said, why are you persecuting me? And Paul's answer was, who are you? You can be very knowledgeable, quote, and not know a thing.
Right.
And so what Paul he didn't go out and start tent revivals. He didn't start recruiting all the folks at his rehab or whatever. He went somewhere for 3 years and shut his mouth. And over and over and over again in Paul's writing, for me anyway, to understand Paul, You have to understand what a big ego he had. Remember, this was the guy that was going to help God out and kill them stupid-ass Christians. You know, because God's stupid, he needed Paul's help to go do all that stuff. That's a big ego. Paul saw these particular people as evil. Paul had no idea of his own evil, apparently. Because he was a Pharisee of a Pharisee, wasn't he? He was perfect, according to his religion. But when he met God, he shut his mouth. And then as Paul wrote these letters to these different people that he knew, these groups that he had met, and they formed up little groups, over and over and over again, he talked about his own awareness of his depravity and his need for grace. And that's the basis of everything that Paul writes. Does that make any sense, what I'm saying? It was out of his own awareness and growing awareness of how depraved he is and how much evil that he has the potential to do. And he kind of bypasses his ego and makes fun of it because, he says, all my righteousness was like dirty Kotex. That don't mean he didn't know anything. That doesn't mean that he throws all that out because he used all that education in his ministry with folks. But it was integrated with his awareness of how much he needed the Creator. And that he was powerless to fix himself. And so as we talk about all this stuff, and I know sometimes I can be offensive. I'm not intending to be offensive. I'm trying to give you a shortcut. If I'm pissing you off, my guess is the best thing is to figure out why some dude that you don't even know is pissing you off so much. Has nothing to do with me. Has everything to do with you. I'm doing you a favor. That's why I poke at some of y'all so hard. Because I'm trying to save your life. Not that I care that much. I don't even know you. I care some, but we're not going to go and hang out. We're not going to be pen pals. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so maybe I do love you enough to tell you the truth. Not this fake, oh brother, I love you. And now all that's good and great, I'm not saying don't do it. Because it's practice. It's practice. But most of the time, if y'all see each other after this place, even though y'all meet for Bible study, you're going to be stoned out your mind in about a week. Most of the time. There's never, it's always exceptions.
Condition.
So, does anybody have anything left over from last time we talked? Question or
what we want? Well, we kind of were talking. Kind of got about our attention. We wanted to, I don't know, maybe they don't. Something about, you had a little concept or something about what was it, Ryan Patterson?
Oh, James hated with passion your discussion on dragons and fairies. We don't wonder what that was about.
Yeah.
I don't even remember it. What was it?
I figured if James hated it, I gotta hear it.
Cook James?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Mr.
Yes, baby.
So basically, like kind of right now, like, so how, in a sense, can we, we want to be in the Word, you know what I mean? But we don't want to look like these sacrilegious, Pharisees. I mean, it says our righteousness should surpass the Pharisees, And so I'm just trying to figure out, like, what do you mean by not basically pursuing that holiness to an extent, you know what I mean?
And hear what I'm saying. In that you asked me the question, the way you framed it, I don't want to look like these people. That's still ego.
Yeah.
The answer is breathe. You're still trying to figure it out, and then I'll go back and do that later.
Breathe.
How much have you been practicing that?
Calm down, have patience.
It's been there a month.
Yeah.
I talk about it every week.
What about today? It's a hard one to catch on for some reason.
Huh?
It's a hard discipline for some reason.
It's because we're addicted to the system. We're addicted to the next shiny thing, and if my attention is so easily gotten by folks that they don't care about me, it's just business. They just want to generate more one eye. The currency that's running through the banks. Because as long as I'm active and especially in our culture, it's consuming, we're batteries. We generate energy and currency.